I was in his very first ever movie called Kronos back in 1992, 93, something like that. It was my first ever, it was his first film. It was my first indie film where, you're working completely outside of a real infrastructure. It's money that was cobbled together by private sources, and then it's him surrounding himself with all of his favorite people in his community that he's worked with on little other objects. Now they're going to be there to build a world for Guillermo to function and protect him from the outside world and let him make his movie. That was my first experience of working with him. I think the fact that I'm playing Hannibal Chow um, seemed like an afterthought because almost everything else had been resolved with regard to Charlie was hired months and months earlier, as was Rinko, as was Charlie Day and stuff. And all of a sudden, the conversation sort of came to pass as they were getting ready to actually start filming the movie that I should take a look at this character of Hannibal Chow. Leads me to believe that they had come to that decision through a circuitous network of labyrinthian strangeness, if that's even a sentence, and it is now. I didn't have to do anything. I just sat in a chair like I usually do, and I'm witty and effusive and personable, while some other guy is you know like the bricklayer is building this thing. Um, the makeup artists that I've come to work with in the course of my career because of Guillermo, um, uh, it's now become a thing. Like, okay, how are we gonna mess Ron's face up that no one's ever seen before? This time it's gonna be even better than ever. And these guys in Canada, where we shot Pacific Rim, um, gleefully transformed me into the scarred, marred Hannibal Chow. He was big fun to play. I actually thought that I was going to be pulled over by a cop for overacting and be given a ticket or else sent to the slammer. Well, you don't get a sense that it's huge because, actual filmmaking itself is a rather intimate thing, because people are accessing their own internal, clocks and set of experiences. There's an intimacy about shooting a film. I mean, you know when you're making a huge tentpole studio film, and you know when you're making a small little indie. But the physical act of executing what it is that you do doesn't really change from one set of circumstances to another. Your job is to find the reality of the character that you've been asked to play, and it's very personal, very personal work. So there's a cocoon that needs to be um, built for the artist to feel free enough to to get a little naked.